Bam, got that. Do that right there. We got the ex-Tennessee cop Maegan Hall fire over sex tweets and twerks or whatever. They say with 6 other officers have settled the Fed lawsuits that will cost the city a whopping $500,000. That's $500K out here in these doggone street. Remember this beautiful baby who was slanging that monkey decent out here in these streets. Sued the city. The city agreed to pay her. Remember, all 3 of these men got fired. Even the captain or the chief, the captain or the chief, or something like that. She was smashing everybody. She was on video. She's been to parties. She's done all that willingly. The agreement was negotiated between the attorneys representing the city and Hall. The settlement said the city's insurance provider will pay the sum of $500,000 to Hall as a gross settlement, which include court costs, attorney fees, and expenses. The city denies any admission of liability. Y'all deny liability, but y'all agreed to pay her. Got it. It say, and no taxpayer funds will be spent to settle this lawsuit. I don't know how that'll work. Hall, who was 28 years old, made national headlines last year after her station house sexcapades went public. We did a whole show on that right there. I think we talked about that right there for maybe 2 or 3 shows, and including affairs with her supervisor, Sergeant Lewis Powell, and others. According to an internal investigation, Hall hooked up with several colleagues, sent them nude pictures, and went topless in the Girls Gone Wild themed hot tub party, and even performed oral sex on 2 cops while on duty. Not forced. While on duty. She also allegedly had a threesome with one of the cops and his wife. Not forced. She was willing. The hanky-panky has cost several of the male cops their jobs, including Powell. The shocking investigation reported included findings that then police chief Burrell Chip Davis, who was fired over the scandal, not only knew about Hall's hookups, but joked about the situation with with others in the city. Oh, so the chief didn't even smash. The chief didn't get no fellatio or nothing. He just knew about it, but did not reprimand his employees, his officers. He said, "Who that?" Davis allegedly said when shown a vulgar photo of Hall by another cop, Ty McGoran, the investigation found. He say, "Hall, Lewis Powell, yeah. He say he owned it again." He said the chief quilted. I don't. The top ex-cop also joked about a 13-minute video that allegedly showed Hall masturbating, which was shared among some of the male cops inside the department. So she was masturbating while recording herself and shared it. That's what she did. She wasn't forced. Let's go to the video. Baby was not forced. We did the story when they came out and they talked about it, when they had to sit down with her attorney. So this is a portion of that right there. Here we go.
For the eyebrow-raising sex scandal that rocked the Laverne Police Department. We first told you about the mess in January of last year. The shocking details sounded like a bad movie script, made national news, as 5 officers and then the police chief all fired. The city then found itself facing a lawsuit filed by a former female officer. Well, tonight word comes the city has settled the case with a hefty payment. Our Nikki Hauser heard directly from city leaders.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
After that scandal, former police officer Maegan Hall sued the city. Then tonight, over a year later, the city of Laverne held a special meeting in which they decided they would pay out Maegan Hall $500,000, officially ending that lawsuit.
Motion to approve as it is written here.
It took less than 5 minutes.
No.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Alderman Hobbs?
Aye.
Vice Mayor Dunn?
Aye.
Motion passes.
They all agreed to give her $500,000. This is what they agreed to. I don't understand.
The Laverne city leaders to say yes, they'll pay former police officer Maegan Hall $500,000.
What message is that saying to all the other employees?
Alderman Dennis Waldron was the only dissenting vote.
It's sending a message out to everybody in the world, said, come to Laverne, sue Laverne because they're going to settle.
He is the only one who said, nah, we ain't paying it. It's nothing. Nothing.
The city as a whole now agreeing to pay Hall, but denying any admission of liability.
It's hard being in the minority.
This after the story of the Laverne police sex scandal exploded early last year, revealing a pattern of inappropriate activity inside the department.
Shout out to Crown Reach for the $2 super chat. Say Willie Williams, salute for bringing that damn good nightly news. I appreciate you. You're welcome.
Reports detail sex between officers on duty and on city property, intimate photos and videos shared among officers, and silence from the police chief, who was clued into what was happening.
Convince her to engage in sexual activity that she didn't want to.
This was one of the best but kind of worst interviews. He said that they made her. Nope. He used the term they convinced her. A 28-year-old cop.
Police chief, who was clued into what was happening.
Convince her to engage in sexual activity that she didn't want to.
She didn't want to do, but bitch, all that parties and shit with the titties out in the hot tub. Really?
Hall and her lawyer claim it was a hostile work environment that groomed her.
While I was aspiring
She was groomed as an adult.
to protect my community, the Laverne Police Department was not protecting me.
She, along with 4 other officers and the police chief, were fired. Hall talked to News Channel 5 about the affair early last year.
I know what most people are saying. You know, you could have said no. I get it. But my response to them is that I did say no.
Remember that dumb shit? Your response to us, for the people who said, bitch, you could have said no, she said, I did though. If you said no, then we wouldn't be here now.
And he wouldn't take it for an answer.
He wouldn't take it for an answer. You got masturbation videos that you shared. You sent out news from your phone.
Eventually, I gave in from pressure.
I gave in from pressure. So you gave in to being a hoe from pressure. Hold up. Wasn't she married, or didn't she have like a boyfriend at the time?
Today's vote ends both Hall's lawsuit against the city and against 3 of her former superiors in the department.
They fell for the okie doke. She said that she was not, she didn't feel safe. The department didn't protect her. So y'all pay a bit $500,000? Dog, we play too much. Shout out to CC World for the $1.99 super chat. Say Winky and say how she passed the mental exam to be a police. That's a great question.
We have improved a lot.
As the city still works to rebuild trust in the public eye. Nikki Hauser, News Channel 5.
Yeah, she do got the husband. And they just sat their little hot ass up on the stands and talking about, yes, pay her. Y'all, I can't take y'all serious. That bitch would have had to go to trial. Maybe we should have took this shit to trial. Look, what is you talking about? So, watch this. All of the males got fired. She got fired too. She got a payday. They didn't. Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash out. They say, so we pay off Degenerates 304s now. Yeah. Yes, this is exactly what happened. She's a straight up whore. And she got paid for being a, well, I guess hoes supposed to get paid. Yeah. Megan wasn't looked at like a rookie cop to be trained and promoted, Clark said. She was looked at as a piece of meat to be sexualized and exploited. Officers Laverne did not immediately respond to a request for a comment from the Post. Hall blamed her randy behavior. What the hell is randy behavior? Have y'all ever heard of that before? Hall blamed her randy behavior on a troubled marriage. So she is married. Ooh, whoa, but did she sue the husband? She blamed her behavior on a troubled marriage, but the city paid her because she also blamed the city for not protecting her. I thought y'all was strong out here in these streets. Shout out Sensei for the $5 super chat. He said, look at the picture of all of them together when... why was she there? They knew who she was and knew who they were. Hashtag a setup. Listen. They probably did set everything up. This was probably a whole setup to get rid of the chief of police and those black officers. Despite Laverne's decision to settle the suit, one board member refused to sign. Shout out to that one board member. Everybody else need to be fired. He said, what message does that send to all the rest of the employees, yada, yada, yada? It's sending a message out to everyone that they need to come on around here and sue us. Sue us. It's a doggone shame. All y'all done lost y'all doggone careers behind that monkey. Behind that monkey. She did exactly what she wanted to do and then played victim. Puts the whole play victim. And the system went along with it. Moving right along.